FM and AM 1160 WCCS, Homer City, Commodore. WCCS.
The Acoustic Hour with Anthony Frazier.
1160 WCCS.
Run, run, run it. Ooh, run, run, run it. I don't chase my coffee with Marlboro Red anymore. Since you left, I stay out of downtown Friday nights, out of sight and out of mind. But the more I change, the more I find. Oh, my heart got lost when we said goodbye, and I keep running to you. Oh, I can't lose you. Turn down the back road, turn down the radio, chasing whiskey, praying it hits me. I keep running, running into you. Run, run, run it. Ooh, run, run, run it. Yeah, I burned every letter you ever wrote. My jean jacket still smells like smoke. Yeah, I've been too drunk, too far gone, been everything but moving on, and I keep running to you. Oh, I can't lose you. Turn down the back road, turn down the radio, chasing whiskey, praying it hits me. I keep running, running. Oh, I can't help but wonder if you even miss me. If I were to walk by, could you see right through me? Say hi, how you been? Oh, there I go again. I keep
But what do you think about that? Yeah. Wow. We are going to town. That is an amazing song. A debut album, In the In-Between from TOWNE. How about that? And we have them live here on the show. If that doesn't get you going, nothing will get you going. Brand new CD that is available. You can just check it out on TOWNE, TOWNE music.com, and you can check them out on Facebook as well. Man, that is a good song. We're going to be talking with him probably for the first time on the show, even though I met him a few years ago down in Blairsville at one of their Blairsville festivals. They did an awesome job there, and you're going to love what they have to say. Isn't that something? I might have to play that again because that is such a good song. So coming up here, we appreciate you tuning in, supporting local and regional artists, and we do it here on the Acoustic Hour. We have been doing it for over 20 years. Can you believe it? 20 years. And I tell you what, this is why we do the show. with cool stuff like this. But we're going to talk to the artists, the people who write this stuff, Stevie, John, and I don't know if Luke's there, but we're going to talk to those guys, talk about how they got to this point, where they came from, and what do they think about music nowadays. It's the Acoustic Hour, where we give voice to local and regional artists.
The Mike Davis Insurance Agency in Blairsville is pleased to sponsor the area's voice promoting local and regional musical talent. The Acoustic Hour, hosted by the multi-talented and congenial Anthony Frazier. For over 60 years, the Mike Davis Insurance Agency has been offering coverage for auto, home, life, and business insurance. For a comprehensive insurance review, contact the Mike Davis Insurance Agency at 329 North Walnut Street, Blairsville. Call at 724-459-9620.
It's the Acoustic Hour radio show, where we give voice to local and regional artists and musicians. Thanks to our longtime listeners, new listeners, and those who just stumbled in, with your host, Anthony Frazier.
I just love it. Listen to it again. It is awesome. Isn't this cool? This is so good to have. Local talent has always been one of my, obviously, favorites and focus have been these last few years. But these guys really are the best of the best, and we're glad to have them on the show. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
We are doing very well.
You are great. Who's the we? It's
daylight savings time was going to screw me up more than it did this morning.
Well, you hear it all day and all week. Oh, you got to do this, and totally forgotten. And one of my pastor buddies said, "Oh, don't forget to do that." You go, "Oh yeah, that's right."
I know.
I know.
You had to remind me yesterday. I had no idea.
It's crazy. So wait, Stevie, John, is Luke there or?
Luke is not here with us this morning.
Okay. Well,
we miss him.
Okay, minus Luke.
Couldn't get up.
The cool hat. That's the cool hat. I love the hat. That I want to get started real quick. I'm going to jump in this. We got a whole lot of stuff to cover. What happened to the glasses, John? Really?
I mean,
really?
They kept falling off of my face.
Dude.
Because I get all sweaty, and I got tired of almost losing my glasses because no doubt I would step on them on stage and then I would be blind and I wouldn't be able to drive the van. So I just started taking the glasses off.
Dude, the glasses were just... I was looking at the pictures and the great shots. I love the videos you guys do. But the glasses were just... Wait, what happened to the glasses? Where are the glasses? And so that's just one of those...
Exactly.
They still exist. He still wears them all the time, just not on stage.
Yeah, they just stay in the van now.
In the van. Well, I'm so glad to have you guys. I met you guys a few years ago, and I was really impressed with your performances and the music you guys did there. But let's just go ahead and get started from the beginning. Stevie and John, if you can do this, probably the toughest question this morning is going to be the question I'm going to ask you guys right now, and then we'll get into the music.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. We start off. We just go right at it. Who is Stevie and who is John?
Who is Stevie?
Who is Stevie?
Who is Stevie? John, you should tell me who I am.
Okay.
Oh, that would be good.
Stevie is from Blairsville,
Pennsylvania.
And Stevie is actually the one who told me that a place called Indiana, Pennsylvania exists.
Yes.
And anyways, we met at a songwriting workshop in Wyoming and eventually learned that we were next door neighbors back in Nashville. And so we started writing songs.
Wait a minute. You're not telling him who I am.
Okay, well, you tell him who you are then.
Well, I'm a singer-songwriter, basically. I'm kind of a jack of all trades. I do a lot of other stuff, too, but singing is my main thing, and I'm really glad I met John because he likes to write music a lot. That's pretty much what he does all day, every day. So, I'm just happy to be in a band because I feel like that's my lifeline. That's just what I do. That's what I love to do is perform. I'm a performer, entertainer, and, from a small town. And that's about it. That sums me up pretty well. John, how about you? Who is John Beach?
Who am I? My goodness, who am I not? I'm also from a small town in Kentucky, and but I moved to right outside of Nashville when I was in middle school. And so anyways, I just started playing in bands in the 8th grade, and kind of somehow stumbled into making a life out of it. And I've been getting away with murder for like 19 years now somehow, and just writing songs and playing shows, and eventually crossed paths with Stevie, and she was kind enough to basically teach me how to sing with her, and so I am Stevie's singing partner. That's the best thing that I do. So
Okay. Well,
pretty much sums me up.
Tell us a little bit about Luke.
Luke, oh my gosh, he is so incredibly talented. We were so fortunate to cross paths with him. Gosh, what is it, like over
5 years?
Is it 5? I don't know.
I
You
made
made
that
that up. I feel like it was probably almost 4 years. But yeah, Luke. Oh, he's just been so great on the road while we were touring, which we obviously couldn't do last year. But he's just been such a great addition. Kind of bringing that electric guitar vibe to what has always been more of an acoustic, duo. So we're just really lucky to have him when we can have him, and he's just a wonderful addition. He can play it all. He does it all. He's a jazz fanatic, but he can rock out with the best of them, and bluesy, pop. He's just everything. But when it comes to us, he just complements our style of music so well, and we love him. We love him so much.
Well, you guys have a great chemistry, and I also got a chance to see you guys on stage. I wanted to ask you. I mean, you guys are almost like you're married musically. I mean, you're musically married. You have that tension and that love and that it's almost as if you guys knew each other before you knew each other.
You know what? That is very accurate. That is probably one of the most accurate descriptions of John and I's relationship. And it's true. We love each other so much. We're best friends, and it almost does feel like I honestly can't remember like life before John. It's so weird. I mean, we've known each other for like over 10 years now.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I just kind of feel like, really all the cool stuff really started when I met him. Right. So wow. Yeah, it's been great.
Well, what are you guys trying to say with your music?
Well, we say a lot of things in our music. I think our debut album that we just came out with last year really kind of was like I don't know, John, how would you describe it? Like, it talked a lot about the woes and wonders of relationships, and kind of learning how to let go but hold on to the right things at the right time. I mean, all the ups and downs. I kind of feel like we touched upon a lot of relationship love stuff.
Yeah.
And on our first album, and I mean, we like to tell stories. We like to, lyrics are very important to us, and it's not just music; it's words and music for us. That's what we like to do.
Well, you guys look comfortable. Folks, if you want to check out their Facebook page, it's TOWNE. And you guys do a lot. Your social media presence, I've said before, is just impressive. And you guys look comfortable. In other words, it's a very interesting thing, because people say, wait, are they married? Are they what? How do they what is going on here? I mean, there's a mystery, but then there's a But in your lyrics, I mean, and we're gonna play "Broken Together." And I'm listening to that going, what? It's better if we stay together broken than if we split. What? What are you talking about? drive me crazy. And that's the essence of being married musically, because you love each other, but you drive each other crazy.
Oh yeah, that's very accurate.
Hey, look at John. John's throwing right in. John, tell us about how crazy you've been with her. Musically speaking.
I guess the biggest lesson I have learned in music is you have to stick with it, whatever it is, if it's a good thing. But I also know a good thing when I see it and when I have it, and I eventually learned that those things like that don't come around very often. If you ever get it, you better hold on to it until you can't anymore, until you burn the bridge completely. And, with Stevie and I, you live, basically every waking hour for 10 years together. There's very little that we haven't said to each other back and forth. And it's like, okay, well, I guess if we can withstand that, this is, probably a ship that's worth sailing.
Wow.
And, so yeah, we're able to tell the stories in a real way, but we're also able to, and I think we have to not be so uptight most of the time just to get, to live this life with one another,
Wow. Wow. Okay. That sounds really good. If you just tuned in, this is not a marriage counseling session. This is TOWNE. These amazing artists based in Nashville on their debut CD, In the In-Between. We're going to hear a selection, Broken Together. Now, Broken Together, let's talk about it on the other side. But when I first heard it, I was like, what the... Oh, wow. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Let's stay together broken rather than be broken apart. That is a real challenge. And not only am I talking about relationships, but in general in life. Because as society, we're all broken. Everything is broken.
Right.
So why don't we just learn to get along with each other, and whether he puts the seat up or puts the seat down doesn't really matter in the long run. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to go there. Yeah. Put the seat up, put it down. I mean, really, I mean, the things we argue about really don't really measure up to the value of staying together.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I think like a lot of people that are in the song, every time I sing it, I'm like, hopefully people don't really take the advice in that particular scenario, only because I feel like, when you're in a relationship that maybe you shouldn't be in, you're constantly trying to think of reasons why you should stay together. I feel like that's what people do all the time. I know I did that before. And, but hopefully it survives and it's a positive, great, healthy thing in the end. But yeah, the song definitely has its, struggles. Wise, for sure.
It's like, hold on, I'll get the rope. Hold on, no, I'll get the rope. You're taking too long. You're taking way too long. All right, folks, you just tuned. This is an amazing song, Broken Together, and the band and the group, I should say, is TOWNE, Nashville based, but also a Blairsville connection here, and we're glad to have these guys. I mean, you might need counseling after this, but you'll still enjoy the song.
Who's gonna drive you home when you had too much? Who's gonna take you in and clean you up? Who's gonna light my cigarette? Who's gonna turn me out? Who's gonna take this mess and call it love? I'm not me without you. You're not you without me. And we've got nothing to prove. Two hearts, one beat. Why can't we just stay broken together? Together. It's better than breaking apart. Stay broken together. Together. We won't be alone.
Oh, wow. It's the Acoustic Hour. And, wow. There's, I was just going through the lines there. I mean, you had that, Steve, you had that Whitney Houston shout there at the end, which was really, really cool. It says, what's the line? It says, who's going to take this mess and call it love? I mean, who's going to take this mess and call it love? I mean, that's a lot of work. There's a lot of work in the relationships, a lot of work in songwriting. How do you guys get the mix? And John, do you decide the music? And how does that balance work? How do you get to where you get a song or something really that works like that?
Honestly, I think every song is a little different.
Uh-huh.
Some start with a little, maybe a lick or some musical thing or just a title or a little melody, and they all kind of come different, but Broken Together specifically came from a title because Stevie had been on the phone with one of her friends, and she was sharing some marital, issues that she was having at the time, and she just said, sometimes you just got to be broken together. And Stevie, like any songwriter would, said, "Oh my goodness, I'm writing that down. I'm stealing that." And the next day we wrote the song. So
that's how it works.
Kind of how it came out.
Isn't that something? Be careful. Don't be counseled by Stevie. She'll write a song about you.
I'm telling you, I always have a pen and paper ready. Anytime song ideas, fall out of the sky sometimes, and by friends or strangers, or you can overhear people just talking, at the diner or something, and you'll be like, "Oh man, that's a good song. That's a good song idea." I like to start songs off with. I like to have a title or an idea. To begin with, usually. But every once in a while, John will play a really pretty melody or something, and words just sort of fall out while he's playing it. So, yeah, it's different every time, really.
You guys have and it is amazing. You got that Fleetwood Mac thing going, just you watch, you listen to you guys and go, what did they say? And then you go back and listen again, and what was that? So it's really cool, and you're right out there. There's a rawness to what you're doing. You guys are doing a really wonderful job of exposing really complicated and sensitive issues, and you do it in such a way that you're drawing people in, and that's rare to do. Particularly with you guys grew up in different places, correct?
Oh yeah. Oh, honestly, John was born in Kentucky. From a small town.
Mm-hmm.
I was born in Blairsville, Pennsylvania, small town.
Small town, yeah.
We definitely grew up in different places, but our towns are really similar. Our families are really similar. Our life was definitely different for sure, but the family, the love, the small town, togetherness, we both had that growing up, and so we share that in common.
What do you guys?
It's been very nice.
Yeah. What do you guys do when you're not doing music? Or I shouldn't say that because it's just 24/7. What do you do when you're not touching something musically?
Well, I mean, I do a bunch of things. I mean, I kind of just like to keep moving as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I do puppetry. I've started doing that.
Puppetry?
I know. I'm a ventriloquist.
Seriously?
And I am.
You have a dummy? You have a dummy? Not John? You have a dummy?
Right.
She's got two dummies.
You seriously have it? You got to send me a picture. I've never seen. I didn't know that.
Oh, you have to look it up. Well, I started. The pandemic kind of really shifted a lot of focus for me and John. I'm sure for everybody, right? And I had a lot of time at home last year, and one of my favorite. I mean, I love kids. I think kids are just absolutely amazing. I love being a kid, and I'm definitely young at heart. So I have this puppet that I would take to the hospital and entertain the kids at the hospital with, but because of COVID, I wasn't able to do it last year.
Right.
And so I thought, maybe I'll start like a show that kids can watch, from their phone or their iPad or whatever. And so I started putting videos on YouTube. So you can look it up. It's called The Shiloh Show.
S-H-Y.
S-H-Y-L-O. Yeah, The Shiloh Show. And it's fun. We have a lot of fun together, and we also have like a reading segment. So I like reading books to the kids, and so that takes up if I have any spare time, which is not a lot, but I dedicate it to doing some fun stuff for the kids.
Oh my gosh!
What do you do, John?
Yeah, wow! I'm looking at it now. Oh, but go ahead, John. This is different, but good. Go ahead, John.
Yeah. You ready for different? So, in my spare time, I live at an airport, and so
private airport.
Yeah, I kind of take care of all the landscaping and just a bunch of outside work. I love to mow grass, and I hate to weed eat, but I have to do a lot of that, and it's just a lot of just endless projects, it seems like. But I do love to mow grass, and I read a lot, obviously. And recently, I have just put, this is kind of bizarre too, I have just been put on a board of a Hall of Fame for arts and entertainment in Cheatham County, Tennessee, where I live. So as of late, I've kind of been doing that. So.
Wow. Okay, yeah. I mean, so COVID has changed things. I was going to ask you guys, and we jumped into it quicker. How has that changed musically for you guys?
Well, we went into a different sort of mode of before we were on tour and we had tours booked for all of 2020, and the tours got canceled. So we were kind of in live tour mode, and that was our main focus. And then obviously since the venues shut down and the world shut down and we weren't able to do that, we started writing a lot more, and then we started brainstorming of how we could do shows again safely, and because we just love playing live. I mean, that's our thing. That's what we love to do.
Yeah.
So we started focusing on how we could do that, and we've been going to campgrounds. We converted our band van into a camper van, and we started going to campgrounds, and we're pretty much busking.
Just setting up and playing a show for anybody at the campground that wants to come and see it.
That's great.
Yeah, and it's been going
great.
awesome. It's been so much fun.
Do you video that?
Again this weekend.
Do you video that? And put that out there?
Yes, it is on all of the videos so far on our YouTube, which you can find us, TOWNE Music. I think youtube.com/TOWNE Music, and you can see it. And there's a video of us renovating the van, and then our first few videos of the campgrounds we were at last week and the week before. So.
Yeah, we always go live from the campgrounds too, from our Facebook. So everything's posted on our Facebook as well.
Yeah. Oh, and everyone can find us on Facebook if you search TOWNE Band, TOWNE Band.
I got
on
you.
Facebook, we weren't able to get the TOWNE Music, so TOWNE Band.
Well, you guys are really strong on social media, so this was a natural in terms of just the audience change, but you guys are still doing the same thing. You just keep doing what you're doing.
I mean, we have to. I mean, this is what we do. I mean, music is our life. It's definitely the opposite of a hobby for us. It's the way that we survive and make a living, and so we have, you just have to do what you have to do. You have to figure it out, and I think it helps, having a creative mind, because, it's been very helpful in us, thinking outside the box and what we can do, in times like these. So it's been fun figuring it out, and I'm just glad that we have, you know, each other to kind of go through it. It would really suck if I was like, to be alone and trying to do the music thing. So, you know, we've been very fortunate in a lot of ways throughout this whole past year.
I love what you said, creative, because you guys are that creative piece, and you're not afraid to think outside the box. I remember your earlier videos where you guys would just go at each other and look at each other and laugh, and it was hysterical. I mean, you would put those updates, and you would say something to John, and he'd look at you, and you'd look at him, and then one of them you just walked away, and you just came back. It was hysterical. It was like I was watching a TV show, a sitcom, but you guys were so funny. Just in those little 30-second clips, I was like, this is just too crazy. This was a few years ago, and I said, these guys have it. You guys you're just crazy. You're just great on video. You're natural, and you're just funny, and that draws people in. So really, what has happened? COVID has done you guys a favor in the sense that it has brought more people to the platform because more people are searching now. So more people are finding you. Whereas before you had to come on, listen to us, right?
It's been I wouldn't go so far as to call it a blessing.
Well, then there's that,
But the challenge to be creative and to find a way forward in the face of such adversity has been very rewarding. I'll say that. You know, do I wish that last year happened? Not exactly. Yeah. But when I'm looking at the silver lining, you know, everything that we've done to overcome such a setback, you know, regardless of what happens, I'm really, I guess in a weird way, like proud of us, which is weird to say.
It's only made us better. It's only made us appreciate, you know, the gifts that we have even more, you know, than we did before. And it was funny, like we were at the campsite last weekend, and we were playing music, you know, for the first time in almost a year to people, and like they were so incredibly receptive and grateful to be hearing live music. And at the same time, we felt like we were on the receiving end because you know, we hadn't been able to give our talent to anybody. We haven't been able to share ourselves in that way for so long. So, you know, it's just really the gift that has kept giving in a lot of ways.
Well,
one of the small little anecdotes from all that stands out to me, and I think will for a long time, was after we got through with one of our shows, this lady came up to us just in total tears and said, "This is the first date night me and my husband have had in over a year, and I cannot thank you enough for this experience." And, you know, we had no idea what to expect when we went into this whole idea, and what it's already given us is just more than we could have ever dreamed of or hoped for.
Yeah, it's been really great.
You guys are talking about really cool. Giving. You guys, receiving. You guys give so much. You've given your life to this, and it shows in your music. We're talking with TOWNE, and this is from their debut album, Don't Say Goodbye. Folks, you can check them out on Facebook and online, TOWNE. And I would encourage you, look at their older videos. A couple of years ago, they are hysterical. You get to see who these folks are, the essence of how they've got to this point. This is from their debut CD. Can't you hear the Fleetwood Macs in this?
I don't know how we got here, but here we are. I'm sorry. I don't know how to fix all our broken parts. Small talking silhouettes are all that's left of a wicked wildfire. Can we still be friends after all of this? I don't long it's been going on. I wonder, would it help if I said everything's my fault? 'Cause if this is the last time that I look in your eyes, I don't wanna ask 'cause I don't wanna know who stole your heart, who drove it home. If you ever love me, do me a favor, don't say goodbye, don't say goodbye, don't say goodbye. If you ever love me, do me a favor, don't say goodbye, see you later, see you around. Don't say goodbye, don't say goodbye. Don't say goodbye.
All right, that's from the brand new Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks, and Don't Say Goodbye. Oh my gosh, it does have that Fleetwood Mac feel to it. It really does. The drama of the band. Go ahead.
Whenever you're in a band with your ex-girlfriend named Stevie, that kind of just happens.
Yeah. You're right, Stevie. And there's drama, right? Da-da-da. No, that's a pretty cool tune there. Tell us a little bit about that tune.
Who doesn't have a hard time saying goodbye to somebody that they love, and I remember we wrote this song. It was exactly 2 years ago, almost.
Right before we went into the studio.
Yeah, right before we went into the studio. And, it was like, we thought we were really clever. We didn't know if anybody was, like, going to, catch on to what we said. But, it's like, don't say goodbye, don't say goodbye. I just thought that was so cool. Say see you later, see you around, just don't say goodbye. Whatever you do, just don't say goodbye. Don't say goodbye. I thought that was just so cool. And yeah, it just turned out to be like one of those songs that John really wanted, like a song that you could drive to, that had a really good beat to it and a really awesome groove. And it's honestly I think it's probably one of my favorites off the album. For that reason, every time it comes on or anytime I hear it, I'm like, oh man, this is just such a cool. It feels good. It feels good.
Yeah, it does. It does that. Let's make sure it does. It's a moving kind of song. I wonder,
it's fun.
I mean, you guys, and you have that, and it's in. There's stuff there. It's just you're just not writing lyrics to sound good. There's stuff there. There's stuff that you're putting there and saying, look at it.
Well, sometimes that's the biggest challenge, and I think one of the things that I personally respect most about different bands where lyrically you can go somewhere, but like the challenge, at least for me, is to, like, how does that feel good? You know what I mean? Because music is not just words. You listen to music, and so how do you make it feel like music while also still writing something that you care about? And I really feel like we nailed it with that song, at least for us. And I think I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Well, since you're proud of that, tell us about the Brush with the Grammy award-winning producer.
Oh, Mitch Dane. He is just, I mean, honestly, we just so lucked out with this guy. We played a show kind of last minute at this small venue here in Nashville a couple years ago, and we had just got done saying, oh, we are ready. We want to make an album. We just got to find somebody to make an album, you know, that wants to, you know, let us sound the way we want to sound. Because a lot of producers, a lot of, you know, people want to try to change you. You know, they hear your music and they're like, oh, it should be more this, more country, more rock and roll, more whatever. But we really wanted to find somebody that definitely did not do that. And as luck would have it, he found us. He happened to be at that show, and he came up to us and said, oh my God, do you guys have any of this recorded? And we said no. He gave us his card, and you know, we Googled him, and we're like, oh man, like this guy's legit. You know, Grammy-winning producer, and it just made us feel really good. And he was so sweet. Like, he is just the kind of producer that you want, because he's like, listen, you know, come in, do a couple songs. If you like the experience, if you love, you know, the studio that I have, because that's all that matters. I want you guys to love what you're doing. I want this to be a good fit. Let's do a few songs first, and then let's commit to an album if you want.
Wow.
Which I just thought was so cool, because, you know, a lot of people are just like, you know, yep, it's going to be this much money, and we're going to do this.
Right.
And, you know, you just don't know if it's like the right vibe or connection or whatever, but he let us find that, like, figure that out. And his main thing was, like, he wanted it to be a really great experience, and he wanted, you know, the friendship and the flow and the atmosphere to, you know, be super comfortable and, you know, what we wanted. And it truly was, and we just felt like the stars totally aligned for us when Mitch came into our lives. So we love you, Mitch. Thanks for recording us.
Well, there you go. You just never know. You guys know, you never know who's listening. And John, you talked a little bit earlier about the couple coming up saying this is their first date night in the year. You would not have known that if those folks had told you. And the reality of it is, the impact that you guys have had on folks, you probably will never know. And it's great when someone gives you a glimpse or treats you in such a way. You go, wow, this, like this producer, you're saying, wow, he's saying, let us decide, not you decide for us. I mean, more people are like that, but that's what your music is like. Your music isn't like, here's our music, you better like it. You're raw. You guys are raw, and you're putting it right out there, all the bumps and all the bruises, and you're just putting it right out there and saying, here's our experiences, and I hope you enjoy it, to a point that a couple comes up to you and says, hey, this was date night for us. I mean, that's why it meant something to you. See? You connected.
Yeah, you know, and that's kind of been something that we have learned through all the years we've been doing it, is that if we just put out everything exactly as honestly as we can, there's going to be people out there that it means a lot to, and there's going to be people that don't care for it, and that's fine too. But we're not interested in those people. We're interested in the people that it does mean a lot to. So, you know, the more we can do that, the more of those kind of people that we can find, and the more experiences not only we give them, but they give us. And that's what this is all about, you know?
Wow. You're hearing it, folks. You just tuned in. You want to check these guys out. This is TOWNE, TOWNE, in the In Between debut album, which is available in space. That means you can go on the... Remember, we should say you go to record stores and get it. You're getting to a point where you don't say record stores anymore. You just get it on the internet.
Exactly.
And another word for internet is space. You can go to space and get our stuff. Yes, they're in space.
Right.
how are they out there? They're just out there in space. Hey, here's the title track from their amazing CD, which is out. You want to get your hands on it, you can download it from space through your computer. Yeah, how about that?
You and me, we break on even when we've won. Hardest part of us was leaving. What is done is done. Don't offer me apologies. Don't show up in my memories. You know it isn't fair to haunt me when I'm weak. In the in-between, nothing left here to hold on to but your lonely ghost. Past the point of rescue, I can't let go if you won't. Don't offer me apologies. Don't show up in my dreams. You know it isn't fair to haunt me when I'm weak. In the in-between. So don't offer me apologies. Don't show up in my memories. You know it isn't fair to haunt me when I'm weak. In the in-between. In the in-between.
Oh, that is cool. That is so cool. From the debut album TOWNE, TOWNE, and the in-between.
The Mike Davis Insurance Agency in Blairsville is pleased to sponsor the area's voice promoting local and regional musical talent. The Acoustic Hour, hosted by the multi-talented and congenial Anthony Frazier. For over 60 years, the Mike Davis Insurance Agency has been offering coverage for auto, home, life, and business insurance. For a comprehensive insurance review, contact the Mike Davis Insurance Agency at 329 North Walnut Street, Blairsville. Call at 724-459-9620.
It's the Acoustic Hour radio show, where we give voice to local and regional artists and musicians. Thanks to our longtime listeners, new listeners, and those who just stumbled in, with your host, Anthony Frazier.
Who's gonna drive?
Oh, you're wow. I'm gonna, I don't have a CD player in my car. I didn't realize that. I'd gotten a new car, and you're just clueless. I went to put the CD in the car. It's like, where's the CD player? And they forgot to tell me that with this car, you don't have a CD player. I didn't think much about it until I went to put it in there. I was like, where's it hidden? Or is it a trick? Am I missing something? No CD player. Really? So I have to put it on my iPad and on my MP3 player. It's like, are you really? No CD? nothing. But anyway, I still love it. And been listening to this since I got the tracks. Guys, this is really good stuff. Debut album, In the In-Between. And we just scratched the surface with a dynamic duo, married musically, and not afraid to share the good and the bad. And these guys are just rocking there. So we're going to wind down, but I would love to have you guys come back on the show at some point if that's all right with you.
We would absolutely love to come back anytime, Anthony. We love you. We love that you support us and
you guys
give us a platform to share our music on. It's just awesome. Thank you so much.
Well, it is like date night. It's like you get to go out with you guys. It's too funny.
Right.
And I tell you what, I have never laughed so hard with some of the old videos you guys had. They were hysterical. They were just the funniest, and the looks you would give John was just priceless. I mean, I can't even get, folks, just you check it out for yourself. I guarantee you'll like it. And this is the partnership that brings you this amazing music. And I guess you know what I mean. So it's called In the In-Between, and it is available in space. I'm not going to say internet anymore. I'm just going to say space.
Well, I tell you what, it is available on space, but it's also available on our website. You can buy it on vinyl. You can buy it on a CD. You can buy it on cassette tapes even.
Ooh, really? I remember you guys were doing that. Seriously, cassette tapes?
Yes. You just go over to TOWNEmusic.com.
I'm there.
And and you can buy. We got T-shirts. We got koozies.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah. We got all the fun things.
I see
all the support means the world to us.
My card is saying it's empty. My card is empty.
No,
it's empty. It's a little card with the zero there. Why is it empty?
Fix that.
You gotta. Yes, I have an empty card. I have an empty card. It's a little zero. Oh my! What would happen if I pressed that? You have nothing in your shopping cart. Continue shopping.
Continue.
Yes, it's continue shopping. Wow. Yeah. And that's real weird, that little zero. Folks, you want to get something in your cart? Check it out, share it with someone else. TOWNE, In the In-Between. This is John without his glasses, and I guess if you buy enough stuff from me, he'll give you a picture with him with his glasses. So I guess that's a thing, too.
Yes.
If that'll bring your heart joy, then yes, I will take a picture.
No, you guys have been great. We're going to listen to one more selection before we go. We're going to have you guys back, and I would say keep doing what you're doing, and keep laughing, and keep it on. This is good stuff. In the in-between, you get the Fleetwood Mac vibe, you get the Whitney Houston stuff, you get you get all kinds of stuff with these guys. Hey, and tell Luke, we're glad Luke wasn't there because he missed it.
We'll do.
We'll let him know.
You let him know, okay? Yeah, we're going to have you guys back, and your songs now will be part of the rotation for the show, and we'll keep that going. And hopefully when touring starts, will you guys come back this way?
Oh, yes. That's always top priority to get back to my home plate, So, we'll be there.
We can. Hopefully we still have the Diamond. They may say you can't gather at the Diamond anymore. Who knows? With the way
we'll figure something out.
Hey, you could bring your van and your little puppet thing.
That's right. I'll bring it all. All the whole circus will bring it.
Oh man, this is good. And hey, all the best for you guys, and thank you for making date night special for folks, and thank you for allowing people to just breathe and feel better. And there's a line in your song. It says, "Hold me." I think it was in the first song that we played. I can't find the lyric, but it was "Hold me." I scream until I breathe. Yeah, scream until I breathe. And I was like, "What the heck? Scream until I breathe." Really, I was like, "What are they saying here?" Please, let's No, you guys got good stuff going on. I really appreciate it, and we're going to keep playing it here. You guys stay safe out there. And
thank you.
And John, if you can do us a favor, I want you to intro Halo, if you don't mind, in your best.
Will do.
In your best radio voice. Ready?
All right.
And 1, 2, 3, go.
Are you ready, Indiana County? Here is Halo from TOWNE.
I used to be patient, used to be kind. Everyone I knew was a friend of mine. Saw things clearly, but now I'm just blind as hell. And I never told a lie, always spoke the truth. I used to believe in something, now I'm searching for proof. And I'm fighting, not loving, I feel like I'm under a spell. And I'm feeling lower than I've ever been. And my heart is on fire from all of my sins. Where do I begin? Somebody stole my halo, won't give it back to me. No, no. Somebody stole my halo, 'cause the devil won't let me be. Now I'm punching holes in walls, cursing like a sailor, put behind bars for my bad behavior. Somebody stole my halo, and I think it was him. Well, I should know better, I should just wash my hands, 'cause this girl was brought up by a better man. And I don't know how or where or when I lost all self-control. I'm feeling lower than I've ever been. And my heart is on fire from all of my sins. Where do I begin? Somebody stole my halo, won't give it back to me. No, no. Somebody stole my halo, 'cause the devil won't let me be. Now I'm punching holes in walls, cursing like a sailor, put behind bars for my bad behavior. Somebody stole my halo, and I think it was him.
101.1 FM and AM 1160 WCCS, Homer City, Altman.
Multiple victims in a Chicago mass shooting.